Do you really want to crack prelims 2025? So if you want to target the prelims, you need to avoid the common mistakes. Common mistakes which aspirants normally do has to be completely avoided. Now, as we speak now, the November has started, and now the next 6 months can be for the prelims part. So if you really want to crack prelims, start mulling about the ideas of prelims and how do you crack prelims. Now, when you want to target prelims, I want to tell you some common mistakes, and believe me, if you avoid them, things are going to be very perfect for you. Now, for example, following multiple sources. Now, this is a very common mistake where aspirants following standard books, multiple material, multiple notes, multiple MCQs, multiple test series. No. Okay, follow one subject, one book approach. If you are a coaching student, if your coaching notes are good, make sure they are primary sources. Just one extra source for secondary and one current affairs source. So that is a common mistake where aspirants, instead of doing multiple source, revise one source multiple times. Revise one subject 10 times, one book 10 times, one notes 10 times rather than doing 10 times, rather than doing 10 sources. So that has to be the first step, multiple. Second is randomly solving MCQs. Now we have so many online institutes, websites, free questions, random telegram. So you randomly solve MCQs. Now when you solve randomly, the problem is that maybe you have made a decent effort, but you're just randomly solving. There is no process, there is no plan. If something new has been learned, how do you retain it? If let's say I solve an MCQ and that MCQ is wrong and some concept is clear in that area, so don't you think you have to revise again? So it has to be structured and planned. So random solving MCQs, especially because there are free MCQs available at multiple websites and multiple test series program, completely no. Third is too much focus on current affair. Now current affair is a very wide area, dynamic area, a huge area where you can not cover everything. So focus more on the static part, the subjects which will decide the outcome of the selection. If your static is strong, you get 35-40 questions from static, and if you are able to score maximize in this part, you believe me, you can crack prelims, because almost 80% of your score will come from the static portion only. Current affair is highly dynamic and highly uncertain and highly unpredictable. Okay, so this is one area. You have to balance current affair. One newspaper, one magazine, that's all. That's all, nothing beyond that. Study and revise without plan. Don't do that. Now, I always tell when you are studying, study with a plan. Plan means how many days you'll complete the subject, the topics, which topic you'll study. You need to have an itemized study plan where you focus on the subjects. When you complete a topic, solve MCQs, the previous year questions. Now, normally students, what they do, they don't solve MCQs, the previous year questions. They try to do in the end, maybe when the coaching is over, when the self-study is, has started, or when the exam is approaching. PYQs have to be followed in parallel. So whenever you are studying, follow PYQs, follow current affair topic list, follow the current topics which are in news in that area, so that you are able to converge everything at one place. Ignore static portion. That is a very common mistake. You ignore. You believe that, okay, static portion I already know because I have read Lakshmikant. You need to read Lakshmikant multiple times. You need to read Lakshmikant with a topic-wise approach. When you're reading a book, pick the book, see the structure, see the plan, see the topics to be studied, study them, solve PYQs, then solve MCQs in that area, then you revise it, and then the cycle has to be repeated multiple times. जब तक आप repeat नहीं करोगे revision को, revision has to be done multiple times. You revise, revise is what will decide the outcome, because questions will be conceptual. You can't afford to make mistakes. Then CSAT complacency, again very common problem. I can do CSAT in the end. No, CSAT has to be started at the max by mid of December. You need 4 or 5 months plan for CSAT because people are failing in CSAT. If you can do well, good. But make sure people, especially coming from engineering background, people coming from the background where they feel that they can do, believe me, in the end, time is not there. FLT approach. Don't solve full length test. Always solve subject wise. So subject wise approach. Start the topic, start the subject. When you start the subject, follow topic, then subject, revise it multiple times, identify gap areas, revise them, be very conceptually clear. Then see, the focus should be, focus more on analysis and revision. Now these are two things. Whatever you have read, analyze it. Is it relevant? Is it okay? Have I understood it? And if yes, revise. So this has to be and repeated. If you really want to crack prelims, solve 5,000 MCQs, out of which maybe 1,000 can be previous year questions, 3,000 can be your GS questions, and the remaining 1,000 can be your CSAT questions. If you can solve 5,000 MCQs and you revise it 5 times, 5,000 5 times, also not only revise the subject or topic, also revise the options, revise the solutions. Now today we get detailed solutions. So detailed solutions, you will get a lot of learning from detailed solution. Try to analyze every word and every line of the detailed syllabus solution, and believe me, your preparation will take to the next level. So as an aspirant, you need to follow all these approaches, and when you do that, you will feel the difference. Any aspirant who is preparing for the examination, you want to crack examination, you want to crack prelims, follow this approach. Believe me, you will be able to do well and come out of this phobia of prelims. 26th of next year is the D-Day, and we have to, 25th of the next year, May, is the D-Day, and we have to crack the exam. Avoid these mistakes, and believe me, you will see the outcome positively. For any help, any input, reach out to us for guidance, pre-mentoring, and believe me, the learning will be to the next level. God bless you. Take care. Why I am saying this? Because I have cracked prelims multiple times, and believe me, the same strategy was followed few years ago. You can follow the same. Okay. Take care. God bless you.